Good morning everyone, hope you're all well. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. It's a windy sort of day, breezy and but very pleasant. Birds are singing, you can hear the wind blowing. It feels very peaceful just now. And good morning to those who've just joined me live. Hi Anne, lovely to see you. Hope your day has started well. Lovely colours of green behind me. Apart from my face, I love looking at it from this angle. Just all the beautiful colours and the white sky behind. Good morning Jackie, lovely to see you too. Some gardening noises going on, I'm afraid, so just cope with that. Good morning Katrina, I'll change the angle just now. And you can see the broom all around to the left and to the right ahead. It's gorgeous, and the blossom in the trees, you start to see all the colours emerging and the various shades of green, and the plants are starting to encroach on the path. Just astonishing array of growth of life. And the wind is warm, yeah, positively warm, not even just mild. A little coolness there. Interesting how it shifts and changes. Good morning Linda, hope you're well. So someone's doing some major work there. Hopefully we'll get away from it in a wee while. It doesn't detract from the sound of the birds or the beauty of the trees. We're just passing just now. Listen to that sound. Beautiful songs. So this morning when I checked our video cameras, the night cameras we put out, we've got two. We put one in the back garden because we had the foxes and the cubs yesterday, which we put on screen, I think, on the Facebook page, and they were there again last night, not pestering the rabbits as much, so I think they're used to them. And just a really lovely to see young baby cubs in your own garden, so that was beautiful. And also further along this path that we're taking just now, I put the other one, and we've got a deer walking by in colour from about after 6:30 this morning, I think it was. So really special. I just put that in context, you know, when we're doing these walks, because we do it during the middle of the day, you know, during the daytime, then you don't see all the other things that are living here. But in fact, just down here, this is just pure coincidence that I was speaking about it as we came to this badger set, foxhole. And we know that because we've seen them on video going into them. And this is their territory as well as ours. And everything here just now, although there's fair wind, it's just really peaceful to be walking. And a mindful walk is about experiencing whatever you come across. So whether that's the moss on a rock like down here, you can just pause and enjoy it, see the different colours and tiny little plants, strawberries growing, and then moss on the base of that tree, and then the beautiful features and characteristics of that tree. Lovely pattern, isn't that beautiful? And beautiful leaves coming through just now. Lovely colour, beautiful shapes. So we use our senses fully, which we don't normally do. We usually just put the senses on automatic. So if it hears something unusual, we get an alert. If we see something unusual, we look at it. But by and large, we just take for granted everything we see, everything we hear, everything we feel. And what mindfulness says is try to live your life more fully, more aware, so that you capture moments and make the most of them much more powerfully than we'd normally do. So here's another one of these same trees with their patterns, but a sub-branch or sub-trunk is broken off. But then someone, whether it's the deer or the badger or a fox or whatever, has stripped the whole of one side away. Somebody's been actively doing that. You can actually see the splinters close up from it being scratched away. And when we walk in an automatic way, we're usually thinking about stuff, ruminating, maybe worrying about something, something's bothering us, or we're trying to plan something. And it's so easy to walk by that broken branch like that, or walk by something as intricate as this, and we miss the beauty and the complexity and the individuality of each place. That's the here, and the uniqueness of the present moment, which is the now in terms of time. So I mentioned a few minutes ago that the air was warm and then a cool breeze came. And so everything's shifting and changing, and if we can be fully alive to that as much as we can without beating ourselves up about it, then we can get so much more out of our life. We not only get stuff out of our life, we are then fed from these experiences so that we can give more back to life, because we start to see that life is this remarkable, astonishing gift, whether it's fate or luck or design. That's up to one's own belief, philosophy, religion, whatever. What we do know is the more you use your senses, the more you start to feel a sense of appreciation. And from appreciation comes gratitude. Gratitude to luck, gratitude to fate, gratitude to chance, gratitude to God, gratitude to whatever or whoever makes this stuff and makes us, because we are part of this stuff. And when you feel grateful, you've got the most robust, strong, firm resilience for when life hits you with the negatives, which it will inevitably do. Everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. Not even planets, not even stars. We know this from science. So this beautiful little strawberry flower won't be there in a few months' time. The strawberry plant may not be there in a decade's time. These trees might one day, hope not, but one day be bulldozed in the next 100 years. Nothing lasts forever, and we don't. And what mindfulness tries to teach us through absorbing experiences and noticing is that we should make the most of this most beautiful of things called life. And we should have no regrets, because that's all in the past. We should have no anger, resentment, bitterness, hatred for stuff done in the past to us. and no regrets, no shame for things that we've done in the past that have hurt others, because it's all in the past. The best thing you can do for anyone, yourself, others, for the future, is to use this beautiful temporary time we have being alive and just enjoy it to the most. Try to harm nothing, trying to harm nobody, and try and be as kind as you can while we have the opportunity to do it. And that's it. It's pretty simple that way. But when you start to look at life through that lens of pure awareness, like that beautiful bird song, and you start to see that life is gorgeous and precious, then you start to slowly look at your own habits. What do we watch on TV? What time of day do we get up? What time do we go to bed? What do we drink? What do we eat? All the stuff that we've been conditioned to do because we happen to live in a certain place, in most of our cases just now, Scotland, at a particular time in history. So we've got the internet. Those of us who are old enough will remember living quite a very different life in some respects pre-internet. Some of us are old enough to remember only 2 TV channels, and there was nothing on for much of the day. Television came back on at, 4 o'clock for kids leaving school, or 3:30 or whatever. And there was time at lunchtime when there was television, but there was no morning TV, and there was no early afternoon TV, and TV finished about 10 o'clock at night. Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing. What I'm saying is that we are conditioned by the things that are around when we live. Just pausing to look at the beautiful combination of bloom and blossom, the yellow and the white against the green, and the high rises of North Lanarkshire ahead here, and the windmills up in the distance in the right. But what mindfulness, because it helps clarify our mind, helps us see more clearly, understand more clearly, just through experiencing what's actually going on in our lives, as you can start to not reject all the things that our culture tells us to do or has made us habitually do, but it tells us to check them. Are they harmless? Are they really harmless? Are they harmful? Are they really harmful? Are they beneficial? And that will depend on each individual. People's lives are different. So what's one man's meat is another man's poison. That's a true phrase. What is unhelpful for somebody might be very helpful for another person at another time. Just looking at these grasses just blowing. Grasses blowing in the wind is one of beautiful things to see. Absolutely lovely, swaying there. So do start to look. Don't make radical, fast changes in your life, but as you start to become more mindful and notice more and more what does benefit you and what gets in the way, and what are you doing that isn't of much use compared with what you could be doing, which could be of great benefit. And the classic example is sitting down somewhere compared with doing exercise. It's just a very simple version of it if you're physically able to do it. So then you slowly but surely decide what you want to be doing with your time from a new, clearer mindset, and what you have to give up because we don't have infinite time. And speaking of not having infinite time, I think that's us come to the end of this lovely yellow and green edition. Just buttercups and broom everywhere. Absolutely beautiful to see them, especially over there to the left. So have a lovely day, make the most of it. The wind is just gorgeous just now, really vibrant. You can see the trees all just blowing in them, but there's no coldness in there, there's no ferocity, it's just mildly strong. You can see the buttercups dancing in the wind. So have a lovely day today. I'll be back on this evening at 8:15 as usual, and I look forward to seeing you then. Take care now. As usual, I'll walk in silence for a wee bit. Okay everyone, take care. See you again soon. Bye now.